Veronica Cueto. I'm in 11th grade and I go to Carrollton.
Awesome. Thank you. What happened that made you realize that you needed our service?
I knew I would have to be starting SAT prep soon, and I wanted to get it over with in the summer. So yeah.
Okay, that's a good reason. Um, had you had you taken PSAT before?
Yeah, I had taken the PSAT the year before, and I didn't really do that well, so I didn't have like high expectations or anything.
And when you can you define not doing well, like for you, what is not doing well?
I mean, not that I did bad, but I know it wasn't like college scores. I got like an 1140, I think.
And what goal did you have in mind, or like what schools did you want to go to, right? Like why did you need to bring it up?
I knew I wanted to get bright futures and stuff because I wanted to get into UF, but the scores for that are much higher than an 11.
True that. So bright futures and UF, that is
Yeah.
the goal, I guess, still.
Yeah.
And then okay, so then you were just like, you know what? Summer's the way to go. Why did you pick summer though?
Because I get like really stressed with all the schoolwork during the year, and I knew that SAT prep would just add to that. And I heard your course was really rigorous, like a lot of work. So I was like, might as well do it in summer when I have nothing to
You are not wrong.
do.
Um, and when it comes to math, do you consider that your strength, or are you better at reading?
I think I'm better at math just because like if you know the formulas and stuff, you can get it. It's not like a credit like you don't have to think too much. But in school, like I feel like math has gotten so much harder that like I thought it wasn't my strong suit anymore. But then I feel like Piece of Pie helped with that.
How'd you hear about us again?
My brother found out about you guys and then he did your course.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Andres,
Andres, bro.
The ginger.
the ginger.
Yes. Wow. That was like a year before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did really well. I think he went up like he did it during the year though.
Yeah.
And by the time he did it, I think he took like the August. He was already a senior, so he took the August and after your course, right? Was it?
Yeah.
It went up like 150 points. Like
Yeah.
he went up a lot too.
That's awesome. So you had to like do it. You had to one up
We
him.
knew, yeah, we knew
Yeah.
that once her turn came that you had a solid program, so it was
Nice.
a brainer for us.
You took the 150 jump and you were like, let's
Yeah.
get that up a notch. Like, whoa. And wait, so when I don't know, when it came to the SAT or at least the math, like before tutoring, what was your biggest issue with it, do you feel?
I mean, I didn't really practice it, but I remember when I took the PSAT, I saw some of the problems and I was like, what is this? Because like the wording is so confusing sometimes, but like once you learn it, it makes sense.
Okay, cool. So you just felt like you weren't like that familiarized with it.
Yeah.
What was your expectation of the virtual group learning environment?
I thought it would be like a lot less interactive. Like I thought it would be like 30 kids in like one Zoom call and it'd be super chaotic. But like it was like a real class with like 5 kids and like the teacher would randomly call on you. So like she made sure you're paying attention.
Oh, it wasn't random.
Well, it wasn't random.
We knew everything that was happening. um, cool. Okay. And then, I mean, a lot of people always ask, like, "Oh, Renan, are you still the tutor or whatever?" I haven't tutored in like so long. You wouldn't want me to be the tutor, right? So, what was your experience with your tutor?
I think I had like 2 or 3 different tutors, but I liked them a lot. I think I had one named Mars and one named Vicky. I liked them a lot because like Vicky would like kind of like scream at me, but like it was like good because like forced me to learn
To pay attention.
to pay attention. Yeah, but it was like funny, like whatever. But yeah, and they explained everything super good.
That's awesome. Okay. And how about the 4 hour class? I mean, a lot, let's be real. I know that seems like a lot,
I
but
mean, I thought it would be worse because like at least I have like the little break to look forward to. And like I already knew like every Thursday I'm gonna have to do this, so I might as well just accept it and just like do
I like that mentality. All right.
it.
Just like one day, just like hey, just like give into it and just
Yeah, exactly.
all right, that's awesome. All right. So somebody asked, like, how would you describe our service to another student?
that you definitely need to go into it knowing like you need to make a lot more time for the work. And like you have to be on top of your stuff because you guys are more on top of our stuff than we are probably. And like we have to get it done. And like you also can't just like not put your full effort into it. You have to put everything into it because if you don't get a problem, like what if that problem comes up on the SAT? Like you have to ask and like try your best.
Basically know every problem because there's a chance it's gonna pop up.
Yeah.
That's what I try to tell people. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, sometimes you guys are going like well, and the tutors will ask me, like, should we let them out early? I'm like, no. And it sounds evil and crazy, but I'm like, no, trust me. Go over that extra 2 there because I've seen it recently.
Yeah.
And you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, she just took the Saturday SAT, and she said it was completely
It was
different
so much harder than the one in August.
than the one in August.
Interesting. I thought the one in August was kind of hard, but I'm curious to see what that means when you say so much harder. So that'll be interesting.
There was just more problems. I was like, what? Like maybe it was just worded weird, but
you had also not been practicing for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't realize how fast little things fade.
Yeah.
It's just so much information.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a crazy amount. That's why the summer it's really great because we can just like, and then like the last 2 weeks just like give you 100 practice tests, and then it's just
Yeah.
you just have all this stuff that you don't realize you even have there. It's like in your subconscious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so then when you're on the test, it's helping you, like without you noticing, come up with what you need to do.
Yeah.
So, all right. But that is true though. Some tests are a little weird, I will say. Was there anything about the prep course that you found more helpful than, what was the thing you found the most helpful about it, I guess, or top 2 things that you liked about it that like helped you learn?
Probably tests I thought were super helpful. Because like I knew exactly what I was getting into when I got into the test. Like it starts easy and then it gets more difficult, and like I could like mentally prepare myself for the test more. It's like felt more confident because like I've already taken a bunch of these basically.
Okay, so then when the students are complaining about taking the practice test, I could just like play this little clip.
Yeah,
and
that's better than actual homework.
That they're a little harder, no?
Yeah, I felt like the practice tests you gave us were like harder, so I like thought it was gonna be impossible, but it was a little easier.
Interesting. I think a big part of it too is the adrenaline.
Yeah.
During the real test, I think it helps. You guys don't. It's one of those things that again, you don't know like how much it could help in the subconscious way.
Yeah.
But that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep pushing you guys with the hard problem. That's what I'm hearing here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I guess how would you describe it, Desiree?
So another parent. So it's rigorous. It's a lot of work. I love how you guys are on top of the kids, and then you send us a little message. Hey, Desi, can you make sure Vero does her homework? And then I go and tell Vero, go do your homework. And so you guys are on top of them. You have a solid program. You have it down packed to get these kids to do well on the SAT.
So what result did we help you get ultimately? What was your final score and the total improvement?
I ended up getting a 790 and I started with the 540.
250.
Yeah, I didn't expect.
And you were hyped. I remember you were like, what?
I told her like after the test, I was like, there's no way I got under a 700. Like, there's just no way. She's like, don't be too confident. Like, whatever. She's like, don't get your hopes up. And I was like, fine. So whatever.
And then you were like, take this, mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
790. That's part like, I know the test was a little curved. You probably got like 2 wrong only. That's crazy.
Yeah, I did. We went back and checked.
That's crazy. And in my opinion, they had some really hard geometry problems.
Yeah, and it was like crazy because at the last minute, I was going over the last problem, like redoing it, and I was like, wait, this doesn't like my answer's wrong. So then I put in the calculator really fast, and the whole answer was wrong, but I fixed it and got the right one. It was scary.
That's awesome. I always tell the students it's the last, if you don't catch an error or 2, there's no way you're getting your best score.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like you always make an error. Like even when I do the test, I always catch like when I was in high school and I got my top score, like I caught like 4 errors. So I guess what has this result meant for you, right? Or like enabled you to do?
I mean, obviously now I can get bright futures, And I feel like it opened up more like options for colleges because at first I was like reaching to get like the scores you would need for UF, but like now like more schools accept the scores that I got. So yeah.
Yeah, you might want to apply as an engineer now.
Yeah.
Your math is just like, what? You can apply to MIT now. Like, that's crazy. That's wild. What do you want to study?
I want to go to medical school. So
Okay, the math will help.
yeah.
In a way you don't expect, but it does. It really does.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. I guess like closing remarks for any students. Do you have any advice for the students currently on their journey and or thinking about, you know, a lot of kids don't even know like what to think of the SAT, right?
Yeah. Well, I would say that to do your homework and like knowing that these problems are going to come up again, so don't just like let it go in one year and not the next. And to not be so scared of the SAT because like you know more of it than you think you do.
Put in the work
Yeah.
to bring out what's there.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of work, right?
Yeah, it is a lot of work.
But it's worth it.
During the test, I couldn't figure out this one problem, and I remembered you saying plug that shit in, and then I found the answer.
Let's go.
It's like engraved in my brain.
You were just like, what is it? And you just plug that shit in. You were like,
it works every time.
You know, it's crazy. I actually can't believe I don't have a packet on that yet.
You need to trademark that.
Yeah, that's like
plug that shit in. Yeah, we're making shirts. No, but I actually like that's one of the strategies that it's like the only one strategy that technically you could say applies throughout the whole test.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to make a packet about that for like a long time, but I always keep getting like something else comes up. And like it's been on my to-do list for at least 2 years. I promise. Like it just keeps like next Tuesday. I got this. No, next Tuesday. But no, it's very powerful. I actually can't believe we're getting these results without it. Like we do talk about it though, but like we weave it into class. But there needs
it would be like if you're in doubt, like plug that shit in. Like they all knew to say that.
No, literally, it's like that is and there's some problems where you just can't solve it really without that.
Yeah.
Really weird problems. It's just like that's really all you got.
Yeah.
So I like that. We're gonna end with that. Plug that shit in, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what that means? You sign up and find out. All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
No, thank you. Thank you. All right, we have one more Cueto coming to you. She's an 8, so you'll have enough.
That's gonna be we'll be battling a whole different beast at that point. The digital test. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll be good. I'm confident. Yeah. Well, have a good night.
And thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Take care.